dogs do at the beach. Alright guys, hopefully the wind isn't so bad, but I'm going to tell you why it's nice to have pets when you go camping. Because I just got done washing my dishes for dinner, and I cooked instant mashed potatoes in this pot. Hush girl. And I didn't have a way to rinse it off, so my little beagle Buster, hey man, he licked it clean because Sedona had a lot of ribeye steak. So, oh, chair fell over, but he licked it clean, so I just had to rinse it out, you know, clean it with soap, and boom, there she goes. But this is it. I got a 4Runner jerry can with water, with the water spout there, and it just puts water, and then I put it on. And then this is the Amazon collapsible sink, and then I just ran a bead of silicone all around. So now I'm about to dump this water and then take a dry rag and clean all the wood. Should be good to go. Alright guys, I just got back from a fishing trip, and I figured I would show how my setup is before I change it, because my rooftop tent is coming in, so everything that's on the roof rack is going to be possibly taken all off and reorganized. That way then I can accommodate the tent and then everything I kind of need for when I go on a trip. So as of right now, if you can see, I have this rock slider off because I'm going to weld them further out, so then I have a good step platform so when I can get up on the rack, because I've been having issues being barefooted or wearing shoes. I can't stand on the rack, the sliders, because the sliders are really tucked in. So as you can see on this side, wanted a very sleek look compared to how I did them last time when I had the body lift. So I had them angled and then I had them tucked in. But what I came to realize is that you can't use these as a step anymore, because what I got tired of was when I come to get into the 4Runner, they stick so far out that I wanted to be able to get in, but I would rather have a step. So it's a pain type of process. You have to cut them off and then grind the wales down, and that just takes forever. Make sure you wear a mask, because that metal dust gets all in your nose and it's pretty bad. But I'm just going to take a video of what I got on the outside first, and then I'll go on the inside. So for the grill, I did change it up. I finally finished my mesh grill here, and that's actually a front Toyota emblem off of an old Toyota pickup from the junkyard. I basically just shaved the threads on the backside because they stick out, shaved them down, and then I just hot glued, and what's that glue called? E6000, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, E6000. So put that up there. The front cargo is my Harbor Freight aluminum with 1.5 inch PVC for my rod holders. And then I also cut these pieces out, so when I have a rod, they have a less chance of popping out when I ride. But really, when I go to the beach, I put these in my ski racks, and I'll get to that when I get to the roof rack. So this is just I've got 4 poles in the front, and then I'm adding more poles to the back so it can fit my 12-foot rods, because my 12-foot rods have like a big ball on the bottom, and they won't fit in this PVC Schedule 40, because the Schedule 40 is thicker than what the plastic fishing rod holders that you buy from the store. But it's a lot cheaper just to make your own stuff. And then the aluminum Harbor Freight crate is amazing. I've had no issues with it, and I like the aluminum better because it's wider and it's 4-foot length, so definitely fits my coolers and everything that I need to take. And for the front, I just have a Tacoma receiver hitch, but I'm either going to do a bumper or I'm going to weld a 2x2 in between here, and then just put a hitch mount underneath of that and just get rid of all the excess metal there. So I'll either put this one on the Tacoma or just sell it. And then I do have silver paint under here because I didn't have any black, and I threw Pour 15 up there before I went to the beach because the rust is hurting the 4Runner right now. So on this side, I have my OVS 180 awning, and I have a full-length Prinzu rack, and I have an extreme LED 40-inch light bar here, and I have True North window panel. I got this in recently. It does fit the Prinzu rack, and I love it. So I have a Rotopax mount. Then I have Quick Fist mounts here, and that's just holding an axe. Let me stay on the outside right quick. So when I get up here, I have a Harbor Freight 100-watt solar panel there. The 20-inch Rhino rack ski racks, which I'll probably sell these and get the smaller one. I have a Harbor Freight Apache 48-inch rifle case that I keep a lot more stuff in here than this, but it's basically like a truck toolbox but for your roof rack. And then I've got the OVS mounted with 3 mounts, and this will probably have to be changed once I get the rooftop tent. That's the look of it there. And then on this side I have Kick-Ass shower tent. I use that quite a bit. And these are Sherpas, which was True North, but it's Sherpa equipment. I have their 1-inch tent risers there, and that's probably what I will use for the tent when I get it. And then the rear, I just have a high hitch receiver, some Harbor Freight lights that I wire to the reverse. That's kind of it. I mean, the rear and front is geared to 488, and then I have ARB lockers in the front and the rear. And coming on the inside, I have a homemade drawer system built. I have I think it's a 45 or 48 quart refrigerator. I needed 2 hands to pull this out, so got the set power. I love this. Went on my first camping trip with it. It did wonderful. A lot better than my Amazon one that I had. And then I have a Goal Zero. It's the older model Yeti 1000. Still works flawlessly. And these are Amazon 100-pound drawer slides. And on this side I have a Amazon paper towel holder. I've got a smaller drawer here. In every drawer I have just a small top cover that I can slide back and forth. This is my collapsible sink that I cut underneath so it will fold out or fold down. Then I fill that up with water, put some Dawn, and then I wash my dishes. And I just threw a bead of silicone around just to stop most of the water. And then this is basically like my kitchenware, spatula, knives, utensils, some package sauces. So got that drawer on the left side, and I have this bigger drawer. This is like my junk drawer here. My spices, miscellaneous, a dishwashing sponge. This is kind of a miscellaneous food bin. And then I have my electric boiler, some bags, can opener, and my maple syrup, some baby powder, trash bags. This is more of like what I don't use a lot of, so I put this in the back. Mainly what I go to, I'll put in the front of my drawers. And I made this one to where it comes out 3 feet, and then this part here can also come out 3 feet. And I've had 0 issues with this setup because I have a 100-pound drawer slides on here. Then on this side, of course, that section goes out 3 feet, and then this bottom section is basically what I use to cook. So I got my butane. This is my gas one cooker. I've got my pots and pans, my cast iron, my coffee, small propane, boiling pot, some aluminum foil, some Dawn, some rice. Basically what I cook with a lot is on this side here. And then what I love about the set power is that all this section is metal, so you can stick whatever you want to up there. That makes it really nice. I had 2 pack out feet here, but I took one of them out just because I want to lay or glue some rubber pad in here. That way then it will be a non-slip. And I also cut this section out of the panel, so now you can store a lot of stuff inside of here and inside of there. And then I also did the same on this side, so you can store a whole lot, and you can basically store double of what the factory storage is. So that's basically summed up the back. this section here gets really full when I go camping, so I did some cleaning when I got home, so that looks really nice. And basically I have this set up for the fridge, and then this is always connected from the 100-watt solar panel, and then this is Gold Zero's basically like DC to DC charger, but it gives me about 70 watts when I'm driving, and surprisingly I usually don't ever drop below 80% when I run the fridge, and that's a 24-hour span of running it, and it only uses about 10% of the battery. So I'll use this for boiling, my electric boiler. I use it for my lights. I'll use it for whatever, and I have zero issues with it. I can basically not have any electricity or any solar charging on this 1000 for about 3 days, 3 to 4 days, and it will last the whole battery. But because of the charging when I'm driving and the charging from the solar, it stays charged all the time. I got my quick dog bowl here, collapsible, so I can get to them. That basically stays in the 4Runner. Coming through here, I basically did a back seat delete, so I have no back seat. I'm gonna probably build a platform here just to raise it up, especially for the dogs. And I have a pack out 2-drawer here, keeping some stuff in there. I've got this pack out here, and then I've got a small pack out for light first aid. So it's just nice to have stuff and pack out because it's a locking system and you really don't have to worry about it going anywhere. And basically the interior, I haven't done a whole lot. This is some Amazon returns. I do have an aux beam 8-panel, so I run my air, my rear locker, my front locker. The aux is for the cigarette lighter in the back. I hot wired that, and then the roof is for my light bar, and then the rock lights underneath the 4Runner. And that basically sums it up. I've got the 3D printed cup holder. Got that off of eBay years ago. And keep all my headlamps on the rearview mirror. I put Velcro here and just put miscellaneous stuff. I always keep carabiners somewhere because I use them a lot. And I did reupholstery this bottom of the seat, but I think I'm gonna have to do this side over here because it's starting to rip pretty bad. But yeah, I usually keep zip ties, some Knipex pliers, and I got some glow in the dark sticks there. I've got all top deflator presets, so I just put them on my valve stems, and I think they lower it down to about 18 psi. That's where I got them set, and it does it very quick, so I can pull up to the off-road ramp and head out on the beach for that. So that basically sums that up for what I've done to the 4Runner recently and just different changes. My main goal right now is to probably start working on bumpers again, because I think that's what I'm missing. I really miss having a swing out in the rear. And then for the front, I just care about having a receiver for my cargo carrier, and then I would love to have a winch mount too in the front, and then that's about it. But I do take my Harbor Freight receiver winch, so I mean I could easily just put the winch on the rear receiver and use the winch there, or put it in the front and use that there. So